Good day, everybody. This is Dr. Makemba Nelson. We once again welcome you on this platform and invite you to join us on our Wonders of Wisdom series as we are looking at a very interesting subject matter. Today we are going to explore the subject matter entitled The Power of Relationships. Let's just first go into defining what a relationship is basically. Basically, a relationships, and I'm going to be specifically talking about human relationships. It's a state of being connected or interconnected with one another, where you get two or more people coming together, getting connected, and oftentimes they are connected for a bigger picture or for a certain purpose. Now, oftentimes we don't always take time to do an introspection into relationships that we develop. And the reason why we don't do that is because we don't always think about it, and oftentimes instead of forming meaningful relationships, we actually end up developing detrimental relationships that instead of them working for our own benefit, they end up working against us. You get to understand that human beings as we are, you cannot survive as an island. You cannot just live for yourself by yourself. You live in a society where there's other people. So society is built based on relationships. And there is power in a relationships, meaning a relationships can either make or break you. Now, this means all kinds of relationship, friendship, business relationship, love relationships, any other form of relationship we can talk about. It has its own, impact, either positively or negatively. So we have to choose very well. You could be kind, easygoing, you could be a people's person, but no matter how easygoing, kind, and a people person you are, not every group and every setting will sit well with you. First and foremost, you have to define yourself, who you are, what your belief systems are, what your value systems are, and what you stand for in society. And once you have defined those things, then you'll now have to look for individuals, that somehow share similar sentiments with you. And these are the people that you have to develop relationships with. Because if you just then go out there and end up forming relationship with everybody simply for the sake of relationships, if they don't share the same, principles of life and value systems, it creates clashes, it creates tension, you will be pulling back and forth. Time will be wasted in trying to convince the next person to say these belief systems and principles and value systems that I live by are better than yours. It opens up all rooms for arguments and debates that are not necessary. And what I've learned and discovered in life, there will always be individuals that share similar belief systems and principles and value systems with you. Now notice I use the word similar. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. But if a mindset is such that is directed in a particular direction, it's easy to build with somebody that has a similar mindset with you. Then instead of wasting time debating, instead of wasting time trying to get the other person, to agree with you, if you find somebody with a similar mindset, when you have a proposal, when you have a desire to do something, you will be able to harness the best of support system from that individual. Because whatever you are trying to achieve with your own life sits well with their consciousness. So they wouldn't find it hard to be of support to you. So it is really, really important for us, especially as young people, to find that place where, you get to associate yourself with people that are going to be able to build with you in a way that is going to enhance, what you are trying to achieve with your life. So instead of wasting time, grouping up with individuals, who would not give you the support that you really desire to have in order to see what you are trying to accomplish with your life come to pass, find the kind of people, that sits well with your consciousness. Now, I think there's an English saying that says, birds of the same feathers, they often flock together. So, let's be, conscious of these things, and as we go out there, establishing those, relationships, let's look for compatibility. Do business with people that have compatibility with you. You won't want to go do business with somebody who's going to play you, and then end up taking you for granted, wasting your investment, time and resources. You want to do business with somebody who's trustworthy. If you yourself are trustworthy, and you know that out of these relationships we are having mutual understanding and we are able to build together. Of course, once you do that, it eliminates wastage. It helps you to, get where you want to get very quick. So do not neglect the power of relationships. And every relationship that you get yourself into should go through a litmus paper test. And if it fails, my encouragement to you is abandon ship, and go where you belong. Once again, I just want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube entitled Nesha Network. Till we meet again, Tata.